Today's Tips du Jour mailbag question comes to us from Ireland. Robert, do you use a jig to cut your scarf joint when making a neck? Timothy in Ireland. Well, no, Timothy, I don't. I just freehand it usually through my bandsaw and then clean it up with a hand plane. That's what they make hand planes for, right? Now, you have to be careful when cutting that scarf joint. Some people walk over to their miter saw or chop saw and pull the neck off the fence and chop it, and then you're freehand it in the miter saw. You don't want to do that. You want all 10 fingers when you get done building your guitar so you can play it. And that's a good way to lose a finger. I know that there are some jigs out there on the internet. There's one made for a table saw, one made for a bandsaw, where you clamp your neck into it and you cut it at the correct angle. I don't like the table saw one because that blade is very exposed as you're going through it and your forearm is next to that. The bandsaw one, okay, if you want to use that. I find it easy, though, to just freehand it to the bandsaw. And if you pay attention to what you're doing, it's pretty easy. It's not going to be perfect, but the hand plane cleans it up very quickly. Let me show you. So, Timothy, here's my neck blank. I started with it like this. I marked about a 13 or 14 degree angle and walked over to my bandsaw and just freehanded it through there. It came out like this. However, there's some gaps on there, so I do want to clean that up. I start just by taking a square and putting 2 or 3 reference lines on there. I put 2 or 3 just in case I have to blow through 1 or 2 of them when I'm cleaning the joint up. I then take my piece of wood and clamp it into my bench vise here. Then I'm going to use a number 4 smoother. You could use a block plane, a jack plane, whatever you want to use. And just run it across the face of that surface there. Make sure that you plant and go, because if you're doing this, you're rolling it over back here and you're going to increase your angle. Technical term for that is bag. You want about a 13, 14 degree angle, no more than about a 15. Sometimes on the flamenco I go 17 or 18. And I'm using my lines back here as a point of reference to keep everything nice and square. And that looks pretty good. You can also use this line here to keep things square. You can see it doesn't take very many passes. Next thing I do is come in and just pencil it up here and take a block of wood, run it across the face. The reason why I do that is to get rid of any plane marks from the hand plane there, from the knife. Make sure you keep it square. And just a few passes of that, and we're good. We're square here, we're flat here. Let's go check it on the neck blank and see how it fits. So here's our freshly cleaned up surface. Come in and place it on there. What a nice fit. No gaps whatsoever. Make sure you check it on both sides. That also looks very good. If you have some rocking going on in there, then you have a high spot in the middle. Make sure you get that out. Also, if you're chasing your tail here and just can't get it quite right, sometimes your problem's here. Don't forget to run a piece of sandpaper or a hand plane across this edge of the neck joint as well. And you're now ready to go ahead and glue the joint together.